the hotel.
Why? Aren't your people up yet?
No, they all turned over and went back to sleep again.
Here's the mail for the white horses.
Not a word. The faithless hussy. You women, you are all alike.
Perhaps she's found someone a bit younger.
Not her, as a matter of fact. She never learned to write. She was too busy minding the pigs.
Oh, a pig fancier, is she? And you're naturally a bit jealous.
No, none of that if you want to live to enjoy your pension. Hello, look who's here. Good morning, Mr. Head Forester. I see you brought part of the forest with you.
Good morning, young man.
I hope everything is all right.
Yeah, thank you, yes.
I hope your wife enjoys good health, and the dear children, and the dear rabbits plentiful, I hope.
There should be good sport tomorrow when the shooting season opens, if only when the weather gets better.
The shooting season and the weather? Just a moment.
What's all that about?
Well, you have to wait. Whenever you hear an echo, there you are, you see? Whenever you hear an echo, it always means rain.
Well, I must be moving on. Coming my way.
Oh, if the old way lies through the forest, no.
Well, I'll go you with.
And where were you all night, you faithless little girl?
We were killing a pig, and somehow you were always in my thoughts.
Did you hear that, Suki? I bet you wouldn't speak to me like that. I've done with women. All is over between us.
Come along, Suki, we're spurned and cast aside. Hey, look alive then. He's a bus full of cripples.
Coming, sir, coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madame and Monsieur, my down on heaven, 10 minutes after breakfast.
Hey, hurry up there. They're not here to enjoy themselves. They want their breakfast. Herr Leopold, where is Herr Leopold?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the famous white horse inn, where thousands commemorate its rescue.
Hey there, we took breakfast. All right, we're here.
From here, you can uninterrupted view of the famous old campaign, the Pearls of Sanders. 550 contain swimming pools, freshwater shrimps, rainbow trout, sailing boats, stadiums. On your right is the famous Strasbourg, on your left the famous Strasbourg, probably the Strasbourg and the Now that you've seen everything worth seeing, we leave at once for Isham, the famous surrenders of His Majesty Edward Brown Joseph.
Hey, waiter. Where's the waiter? Where's the bill? Where's the bill? Bill, come on.
Really?
Where's the
I assure you, there's no need to hurry. I deplore your most impatient attitude.
I can settle your affairs without much worry. If you excite yourself
a pot of tea, a slice of love that's 1 and 3, a lemon salt with sauce and frillies, a saucy look that's just 3 shillings, some coffee mix with bread and cheese, a tiny kiss 6 pennies please, a slice of ham and cherry jam. Come in, sir, come in, miss. Here I am. Oh, come in, sir. Thank you, miss. Okay, please. Come in, miss. Just a moment, madam. There's no need to worry. A little patience. If you don't want to drive me absolutely mad.
Waiter, bring the bill. Bring the bill, will you?
Oh.
Wait for the bill.
The sun it shines up there, and love is in the air, and really I don't care where you may be. Well, we're anxious to depart. Let me stay before you start. Sit down! So for half an hour or so, don't bother me. The sun so round and gold, looks like a coin we're told, a tip that once all old we waiters used to share. But now we have to seem content with just a measly 10%. I hope you've all been satisfied. I don't care. Yo. Pinchers, clear the stuff away. Not a tip between the lot of them. And how am I going to pay my income tax? And by the by, how much are you owing, Chief?
34.50.
Oh, and all for her.
Take my advice, Sir Leopold. Sending roses anonymously to Frau Josepha every day, it is sheer madness. Women will be the ruination of us chaps.
One woman, yes. She only has to speak to me in that soft, silvery voice. She only has to look at me with her flashing eyes. Oh, and I feel like a piece of wet fish.
Answer me, black fellow! Take that! And I'll crack you over the head again if I have any more of it.
That soft, silvery voice.
Ah, Leopold,
Oh, those flashing eyes.
what did you serve as a sweet for dinner last evening?
A piece of wet fish.
What?
You must forgive him, Frau Josepha. When we men are smitten with love, we say and do the silliest of things.
And what is for luncheon today?
Oh, cocotte.
What?
Eggs cocotte. Tiny little eggs in tiny little cocottes. I mean, in tiny little pots. In tiny weeny little...
And what is the savoury?
Angel.
Angels?
On horseback. Tiny little angels. On tiny little barebacks. On tiny little weeny little barebacks.
Barebacks. Leopold, what is the matter with you? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, I don't mind that idiotic expression in the eyes of a calf, but I won't have it from my head waiter, understand?
Oh, Josepha, my Martin, my papa.
Hey, I'm not your papa or anything like it. To you, I am Frau Maria Josefa Gabriela Vogelhuber, proprietress of the White Horse Inn. And while we're on the subject, let me tell you something else. In the past 3 years, since my husband died, I have had no less than 5 head waiters. Oh, they all behaved perfectly well to start with. But when they started looking at me like a calf, I mean, like you, do you know what I did? careful, Leopold. Or perhaps you're the makeup, the half dozen.
I'll make up a baker's dozen for you, Josefa. I'm simply bursting.
Well, you can't burst here.
But I simply must.
Must?
I'll make you. Once again, and not perhaps in vain, you must be told the old story. Listen, pray, you cannot get away until you've heard each word I say. It would be wonderful indeed if you could love as I love, if in your eyes I could but read your heart's reply to my love. So take this love that I am giving and make my life worth living. For all my dreams would come true if I knew that you loved me too.
Let me go. You must not treat me so. Recall the fate of 18 waiters. I'm a mate you'll never captivate, for nothing comes to those who wait.
It would be wonderful indeed if you could love as I
Just simply
love.
raving.
If in your eyes I could but read your heart's reply to my love. So take the love that I am giving and make my life worth living.
I've had enough of that love-making stuff, Leopold. I'm off. Poor Leopold, handsome Leopold.
It would be
Wonderful indeed, if you could love as we loved. If in your eyes we could but read your heart's reply to our love. Then
take the love that I am giving and make my life worth living. For all my dreams would come true if I knew that you loved us too. If you loved us too. If you loved us too.
Now then, everything in order? Unless you girls look sweet enough to eat, we shall lose our reputation. Leopold,
Oh, coming, sir.
the boat will be in any moment now. See that the balcony room is got ready, number 4. Fresh curtains and roses on the dressing table.
I suppose it's for this English gentleman, Herr Sutton. The late head waiter told me you had a complex for him.
A complex? He's our best client. Everybody loves him. He's already announced his intention of coming anonymously.
Oh, he has he? Well, let me tell you this. Frau Maria Gabriella Josefa Vogelhuber, proprietors of the White Horse Inn. I had meant to carry that secret with me to the grave. But if you will persist in wearing my roses, thinking they came from this cussed solicitor of yours, then I don't give a hoot.
The boat!
Well, I'm glad somebody's giving a hoot.
The boat. You, Leopold, you dare to send me red roses and to sign yourself your loving snooky doodlums. Well, I don't give a hoot for your snooky doodlums, so there.
I'm lost. I'm bursting with... Every time I start bursting, there's a damn steamer.
Waiter! Waiter! There were 6 portions of currant carp over from last evening. They must be got rid of. Luckily, these tourists will swallow anything.
Attention! 6 portions of curried carp must be sold before they die on us.
Welcome to the White Horse Inn. Would you like a room in the main building or in an annex?
It's all the same to us.
Or would you rather one with view over the lake?
It's all the same to us.
Would you care for a little refreshment?
It's all the same to us.
2 portions of curry carp, quick.
Curried carp twice for room number 36.
Wait a minute. 36 has only got a single bed.
It's all the same
to us.
Take your hands off. Sit for British consul.
Father, please, what's the matter? What do you want?
Far Carter.
What's that?
Far Carter.
Far Carter? I've never heard such language in my life.
Daddy, you don't know what it means.
No, but I've got a pretty good idea. They want us to buzz off.
How do you spell it?
Don't tell her.
Ah, here it is. Far Carter. Daddy, do you know what it means?
Ottoline, I forbid you to soil your lips.
They only want the tickets.
The tickets?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say so? Tickets. Give over. Give over.
Daddy, your hat.
Well, what's the matter with it?
The tickets.
Oh, there now. Why didn't you tell me? There you are. Take 'em.
Danke, mein Herr.
Far Carter. And the same to you. 6 bob for a trip on that bumboat. We could have travelled from Oldham to Eccleston and back for half the money. Oh, why didn't we go to Clacton?
But Daddy, look at that lovely lake.
Call that a lake? Phew, it's not but a puddle.
And just sniff that glorious mountain air.
Air, it smells like...
You are from England, is he?
How did he know that?
Oh, the Honourable Cycling Club.
Cycling club? Young man, allow me to tell you that these are the colours of the Oldham Rugby Club. Cycling club. That's the second insult I've received since I stepped ashore.
They say everything goes in threes.
Well, what have you got to eat?
Oh, we've some excellent curried carp, quite fresh yesterday.
Curried carp, with my delicate digestion. Have you no big trotters or try? Don't suppose they've ever heard of try. Oh, why did we ever leave Oldham?
But Daddy, look at that lovely snow. The eternal snow.
Who wants to look at snow, eternal too? In England, we're only too glad when there isn't any. But here, we have to be glad when there is. What about rooms? I want 2 rooms. One with a balcony. I'm easily upset, as perhaps you've noticed. And when I'm upset, I need a balcony.
We've only got one room with a balcony,
That'll do.
but that's already engaged.
Only one room with a balcony? You call this a hotel? In Clacton, every room has a balcony. Some have 3.
Control yourself, Papa. Shall I fill up these forms?
Forms? Why, nobody in Oldham fills up forms. But here, what with these infernal forms and this eternal snow...
Oh, Papa. John Ebenezer Greencup and Dalton. Profession. Shall I put manufacturer?
Naturally. You might add underwear in brackets.
Underwear in brackets. Oh,
You were Mr. Gringle. There's a telegram for you, sir. I'll fetch it.
Telegram? Probably from that old scoundrel Smith of Hammersmith. How I hate that man. There's only one man I hate more, and that's his solicitor, that chap Sutton.
I never understand why.
Good Lord, haven't I told you 100 times? You know my patent underwear, the Apollo combination one-piece vestinix that buttons up the front? Well, hardly had I put that wonderful invention on the market when that scoundrel Smith comes along with a rival underwear. The Hercules combination one-piece shirt pants that buttons up the back. Then the fight began. A struggle to the death. Front or back, which would win? And that scoundrel of a Sutton has the nerve to back the back.
Excuse me, sir. Didn't I hear you use the expression scoundrel in connection with the solicitor, Mr. Sutton?
Mind your own business. What's it got to do with thee? Sutton advises me resist your ridiculous claim. Communicate with him direct. Smith, shirt pants, Hammersmith. Sutton. Something I'd like to... Good God, what's that?
Carica.
Well, you curry it back to the kitchen.
Yes, take it back. We can't give a gentleman like this yesterday's card.
It'll be too late tomorrow.
I'll bring something really tasty to your room. And what a room. Number 4 with a balcony.
I thought you said it was engaged.
So it is for you. Directly home into sight, I said to myself, I'll reserve that room to that good, kind, distinguished-looking gentleman.
Good.
Certainly.
Kind?
Yeah, distinguished-looking.
That's a bar, Carter. Well, what food are you going to bring up to us?
I suggest backhanded meat curtain salad.
Don't be filthy. None of your backhandles for me. Have you got no smoked flounders? Don't suppose you foreigners smoke flounders here?
No, guess you should prefer cigars.
What about Lancashire hot pot?
Lanky Hottentot? Never heard of it.
Never heard of Lancashire hot pot? You've never lived. Why on earth didn't we go to Clacton?
Thank you.
Leopold, Herr Sutton is arriving. Where is he to sleep?
Herr Sutton, we'll call up. He'll have to sleep in the cow shed.
Here he is now.
Herr Sutton, I'll make the Yankee Doodle hot pot of Herr Sutton.
When it comes the time for summer holidays, and every wise man craves for a change of air, there's a place for which I'm not ashamed to sigh. Oh, well content am I when I fly there. The light tossing and the white tossing, there's joy the whole summer through. There's sunshine ever in store there, unhappiness stands at the door there. The days fly past, you must leave at last, but still
Leopold's the name. Herr Sutton, I believe.
Exactly. I hope you'll give satisfaction.
Oh, I hope I get it.
What's the weather like this year?
Oh, terrible. Rain. Nothing but rain.
Oh, good. I'm used to it. I'm from London.
And snow. Lots of snow.
Excellent. I love snow. And the cooking?
Oh, filthy. Oh. The chef's a dying man.
Oh, dear me. What's he dying of?
Starvation. He can't eat anything that he cooks himself, and he has no time to eat out.
Otherwise, I suppose the White Horse is just as comfortable.
Oh, it's terrible. The mosquitoes are terrible this year. The beds are too short. The moths are playing havoc with the blankets. And we're expecting an earthquake any minute.
Oh, well, it'll be a new experience. Now back to my old balcony room.
Excuse me, young man, but I think this is your hat. The cloakroom's downstairs.
What's that on my balcony?
What you say? Your balcony? This is my balcony.
I beg your pardon, that's my room you're in.
Can't you see it's already occupied?
Excuse me, sir, but may I inquire who showed you up there?
Your head waiter, of course.
Leopold, did you give this gentleman number 4?
But of course, I couldn't leave a gentleman with such a lovely bay window without a balcony to put around it. Oh, excuse me, I think I hear the bell. Come in, sir, come in.
I'm very sorry, sir, but this gentleman has had that room for the past 6 summers.
Then 7 must be his unlucky number.
And I may tell you I have an official acknowledgement. And as a lawyer, I would advise you.
A lawyer, don't you try selling any advice to me.
I'm very sorry, sir, but I promised that room to this gentleman, and a woman never breaks her promise. You refuse to move? Very well then. Johan, Martin!
You can send up all your weak-kneed, underfed staff. I'm not moving.
Fetch down the luggage from number 4, please. Should you meet with any resistance, just deal with it in the usual manner.
Good heavens. Oh, steward. Certainly, not at all. It's a pleasure. Utterly, we're moving. That kind gentleman there is turning us out.
Did you say gentleman, Papa?
I'm sorry, I had no idea there was a lady in the balcony room. And such a charming lady, too. I'm only too delighted to give it up. Take him back again.
I'm sorry, I can't allow this. That room is yours, Hester, you know that. Johan! Martin.
What are they up to? Is this a game or something?
This gentleman has very charmingly consented to give up his room.
Oh, he's charming enough to you, but he gives me a pain in the neck. Put that luggage down again.
Papa, you must be sensible. I want to stay here. I won't go to Clapton. Take those things upstairs, please.
I can see I shall have to give up my room to Mr. Sutton.
Just a moment, I didn't quite catch that. What did he say?
Allow me to introduce myself. Valentine Sutton, of the Lincoln's Inn firm Sutton, and Sutton.
So, you're Sutton of Sutton,
Papa, control yourself.
Sutton and Sutton.
But I
Bring that stuff down at once.
don't understand.
Don't you? Well, you soon will. My name is Grinkle. John Ebenezer Grinkle of Oldham.
What? You're a Apollo patent combination vesty mix?
Yes, and I button up the front. Don't forget that. And you think I'd stay in the same house as a man who buttons up the back? Come on.
Just
I really
go
can't
down.
allow this, Hester.
I'd arrange things. Leave it to me.
My luggage.
No, he's got the fault of that wretched Sutton fellow. Oh, if only I could cut her off him somehow.
But Herr Leopold, Didn't you notice him making eyes at that young lady from England?
You mean he was drawn to the daughter of my old friend Gringo?
As soon as their eyes met, it was love at first sight.
Ah, what a lovely sight. Ah.
Hey, help, look what they've done to me. They've put me in pigeon loft.
Daddy, you look a perfect picture up there.
Picture? You mean I've been framed? You said something just now about a third insult. Well, here it is. White roses on my dressing table. White roses for a lad from Lancashire. Back my traps at once. We're leaving.
Oh, no, we're not.
Don't you dare contradict your favourite father. I'm off to Clacton.
You may be, but I'm stopping here at Wolfgang on the Lake.
Bravo, bravo. And I think I know the very place for you.
A boarding house?
Not exactly.
A smart hotel?
You love it. Just follow that path to the right. I'll be with you in a moment.
I'm very curious.
Where are you sending, huh?
Just pop around to Herr Sutton and tell him that the young English lady is waiting for him in the cowshed.
In the cowshed?
Can you imagine a better place for a rendezvous?
Not if I were a bull.
explain it all. You want to drive on your horn? It's like this. Herr Sutton...
Don't talk to me about that man. Now he's spoiling Papa's holiday too.
Would you like to alter the whole situation just like that? You've only got to flirt with him.
Me? Flirt?
Yes. And take him off your father's hands.
Well, I suppose he is rather nice looking.
Don't change your mind now, he'll be here any minute.
You mean he's coming here?
Yeah, and he should find a cowshed quite a home from home. He's been milking his clients for years.
Just bring your Mr. Sutton here. I'll teach him how to milk cows.
He's waiting to be taught.
Don't let him overwork you, Daisy, old girl, unfortunately. Warm hands means cold heart.
So, you're the famous solicitor. Are you starting an action against me, Mr. Valentine Sutton?
Action indeed. I certainly thought of bringing a suit. I shall open my case by calling to the skies as witness to prove that none has gazed into fairer eyes than yours. I scarcely could dare to gaze in your eyes, for well I know that heaven within no lies, and yet if I do, the light that I see covers the world anew for me.
blue, and so are you.
Leopold, where have you been?
Yourself.
Leopold, are you mad? The whole hotel full of people and you don't seem to care. It's always the same.
Won't you give me just one?
Leopold,
Half one?
are you mad?
Yes, a human being, waiter's a human being after all. Won't you give me one little token of your affection? One little touch of your hand?
Oh, one little touch of my hand. Is that all you want? Oh, very, very, very. Won't he ever let me alone?
Your
just his type. For Dr. Sutton, I've a vial.
I hope he swallows it and dies.
These chocolates, too. He won't despise them.
I hope they choke him when he tries them.
This heart-shaped cake will be a token.
Of all the faithful hearts you've broken.
This chicken as well. It looks right enough.
But our dear friend here certainly can't be too tough.
And the sucking pig, too. Which I'm sure he would wish to dine on next Sunday, after the fish.
Pig, a most suitable dish.
Anything the matter, Leopold?
Yes, I can't stand this pig. It reminds me of my Aunt Agatha.
It's for Herr Sutton's Sunday supper. Take it to the kitchen.
I'm a head waiter, not a messenger boy. Certainly not a messenger of love.
So, you won't do as you're told?
Not when I'm told something I won't do.
Have you thought seriously of what you're doing, Leopold?
Yes, and when Leopold says yes, he means yes. And when he says no, he means no.
Very well, then you're discharged.
Good. You could do your own dirty work. You can look after Aunt Aggie.
Oh, indeed. Goodbye, Leopold.
Just a moment. Have you thought seriously what you're doing yourself?
Yes. And when your Zephyr says yes, she means yes. And when she says no, you can go.
Take a last good look at me. You'll never see my like again. I go, never to return. I repeat, never to return.
Bon voyage.
If I leave now, remember, I shall never come back. Not even if you go on your knees and beg me to.
Oh, there's not much chance of that happening.
Wait and see. Goodbye. We meet no more.
I'm delighted to hear it. Where are you going?
Somewhere when I am appreciated. Where the wide open spaces beckons me. Where I can hear the call of the sea.
Oh, as a stowaway or just an ordinary sailor?
As an able-bodied seaman, of course.
You? Able-bodied? I've never seen any signs of it.
When I join my country's navy, you'll be sorry for them harsh words.
The Swiss haven't got a navy.
Oh, haven't they? Oh, well, I'll enlist in the Legion.
The Foreign Legion?
Yeah.
You?
That-
Oh, utterly absurd.
That company of broken men who, in the wide open spaces, find their souls anew.
Don't make me laugh.
She laughs while hearts are breaking. Hark, I hear a bugle call. My heart is broken, but what can I? Such pride inside may be broken. I'll try my best not to cry my way when the last farewell must be spoken. do my bit and fall for the flag if I must. Where the desert sand is nice and handy, I'll be full of grit. You won't see my heels for the dust. I'll do or die, I know the reason why I went home. For the bully pole, I stand for the fatherland. Goodbye, goodbye, I wish you all the last goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, I wish you all the last goodbye. I'm sick of standing behind a chair, Bledsoe's respectfully handling. Henceforth I'm free as the air, I declare, and my chest has a chance of expanding. I'm done with women, and now I plan to join the army of he-men, and show the ladies, if I can, that the waiter's still a man. Goodbye, time I sought to fortify where I made by their hearts more kind than I leave behind. And so I go to fight the savage foe, although I know I'll be sometimes kissed by the girls I've kissed. It's a Abyssinian, French Dominion, I shall do my bit and fall for the flag if I must. Where the desert sand is nice and handy, I'll be full of grit. You won't see my heels for the dust. I'll do or die, I know the reason why I went home. Of only holes I stand for the fatherland. Goodbye, goodbye, I wish you all the last goodbye. Goodbye, 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 I wish you all the last
Herr Leopold, is it true you are really leaving?
Well, you know, men with ambitions cannot resist getting better jobs. And now, let me give you my last will and testament. Take particular care of the honeymoon couple in number 36. Give the bridegroom plenty of good, nourishing food, like oysters, caviar, celery, and administer aspirins every 2 hours to the bride. And remember, above all, a waiter is also a man.
What's all this howling about? Stop snivelling at once.
I'm not snivelling, I'm laughing.
And you little idiot, what are you howling for?
I'm not howling, I'm laughing.
These servants.
Good morning, Giuseppe.
Ah, Hester. Slept well?
Thank you, very well indeed. What a view. What lovely things one sees from this window.
Always so charming.
I'll join you in a moment.
There's no need. I'll bring your breakfast upstairs to you.
I so much want to speak to you.
Do you? I am glad. I'll cook it myself. Fried herring, scrambled eggs, toast, coffee, marmalade.
Well, Mr. Counsel for the prosecution, and what is it you want to say to me so particularly?
Ottilie.
Don't be silly, you know Papa can't bear the sight of you.
Papa, by tonight you've been giving me instructions never to let you out of my sight.
Are you a magician?
Well, I'm a lawyer anyway. I'll get round him. Ottilie, You're the only girl I ever loved.
Are you trying to get around me too?
fancy outfit. They're to see me like this in Oldham, I should get dumped out of Dogfellas. Hey, waiter! Waiter, where? Oh, there you are.
Terribly sorry, old chap, but I'm not waiting anymore.
What are you then?
I'm a gentleman of leisure.
Nonsense. Bring me my breakfast.
You'll have to go and get it yourself. And while you're about it, fetch mine as well.
The man's off his onion.
Oh, please pay no attention to Leopold. He's discharged.
Who is this woman? I seem to have seen her face before. Oh well, I'm off downtown now. Give the girls a treat.
What are you going to do?
Show the civilized world that Leopold has sex appeal.
Gee, there's a fine state of things. I ask for my breakfast and all I get is a large portion of self-appointed sex appeal.
Oh, didn't you have a good night?
Good. Young woman, have you ever tried sleeping in a pigeon loft?
We were full up.
And I'm fed up. When I remember that lovely bed sitting room in Clacton. The floral linoleum on the floor. The jug and basin on the marble washstand. And the whatnot in the how-do-you-do to match.
There now, how charming you can be. When you smile, you're not at all bad looking.
Do you really think so? Hey, no compliments. I shall be finding them on my bill.
There you go again. Grumble, grumble. And the world's so beautiful all around you. Storm clouds have fled, and in their stead swallows circle in the air above. Bright shines the sun
its joys, where 100 hearts are lost and won. Well, do they know where they must go if they want a bit of fun? In Salt Scammerdgood, come what may, life's as bright and gay as can be. Joy to be found all summer round, night and day. That's the time for play, you'll agree. There's happiness there, you can manage trouble and care, finding fun and laughter where'er you may go. For there in the spring, young lovers bring songs to sing, and you'll hear them yodeling, Hadry-ho. Now for a dance, come and get your chance. If there's any likely lad about, he'll put it now likely, I vow, with the maiden that he's mad about. Come, have a try, come, don't be shy. Dancing's an extremely useful art, as you will find later when you've danced your way into his heart. In Salt Scammerdgood, come what may, life's as bright and gay as can be. There's joy to be found all summer round, night and day. That's the time for play, you'll agree. There's happiness in you can banish trouble and care, finding fun and laughter wherever you may go. For there in the spring, young lovers bring songs to sing, and you'll hear them yodeling, Hadry-ho.
Dancing in shorts at health resorts ain't a sport I'm very keen on. I'd soon take part in a day with a great gasoline. These modern stars, no better than never really up on my suit. I'd see a friend lend her some and give me money every time.
Clap Tennessee, there I tell. Where I feel as well as can be. There's still mountain air if got away with the swell. Where
Guten Morgen, mein madam.
Guten Morgen, Herr Grinkle.
Nothing could upset me today. But it will in a minute. A gentleman to see you, sir. By gum. It's that old scoundrel Smith of Hammersmith.
The one who buttons up the back? The old scoundrel.
Show him in.
And show him up too, Daddy.
I'll teach the old bloodsucker.
How do you do?
What, your shirt or pants?
It was my father's invention, actually.
I see, a chip off the old block, eh?
Oh, no. Just a splinter. May I introduce myself? Sigismund Smith, underwear of Hammersmith. You may have heard of me, Mr. Grinkle. I have heard of you. My father so often told me about you. What a remarkable man you are. Do you know, he used to say, see Grinkle and die. And when I see you in that remarkably slimming costume, I wouldn't mind dying.
You're a fine, outspoken young chap. What made you think you could take me in? Look at this tailor's dummy. Could anyone possibly propose him for membership of Oldham Golf Club? Come on.
Was he just being funny? Angry with me, perhaps. Perhaps he was jealous of my looks. When Sigismund was born, the neighbours flocked for many a mile to see his angel smile. They thought it well worthwhile. Today his charm still spreads alarm. He seems by nature planned to be a man no woman can withstand. Oh, Sigismund, they cry, we're vanquished by your beauty. And yet what harm that fatal charm of yours can do? It makes us wise, we double lives and shirk our duty. We leave our houses and our spouses just for you. Though other men may now and then reveal and coo with, we're bound to own 'tis you alone we're mad about. There may perhaps be lesser chaps that we can do with, but you're the only one we cannot do without. The spinster who meets Sigismund on Sunday afternoon, her eyes grow like balloons, she generally swoons. Today his charm still spreads along, he fascinates them all, for he's a man for whom the flowers fall. Oh, Sigismund, they cry, we're vanquished by your beauty. And yet in books we've read of looks like yours, 'tis true. The wicked earl may ask a girl to be his cutie, but as a snare he can't compare at all with you. No, me. It's cool with. There may perhaps be other trips that we can do with, but you're the only one we cannot do without.
We met on the train.
This gentleman was very attentive to me and my daughter today, wasn't he, my dear?
Yes, Pa.
Do your terms include breakfast?
No, only service and light.
Well, in lieu of service, we can serve ourselves, can't we, Greta? And as I've got my own light, can we have breakfast in lieu of service and light? Don't laugh, young man. It's very difficult for a schoolmaster and his daughter to travel abroad. We travel every 3 years.
Charge them half price. I'll settle the rest.
The charge for a room, including board and bath, is 10 kroner a day.
It is a lot, but I feel I must accept. Let me see how much of my travel time we have left. Yes, it is a lot, but I feel we must accept. Every third summer, we travel abroad, Greta and I.
And how do you spend the other two?
Well, the first one, we think of where we were last year. And the next one, we spend looking forward to where we're going the following year. Oh, that foreign travel. How I love it. Those little mountain trains. Up, up, she goes. Up, up, go. Up, 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 she goes. Oh, I know I talk too much. I better go and inspect our little nest under the roof.
Would you like me to show you the sights? Or are you afraid to trust yourself to me?
Oh, no.
Come along then.
Ah, Mr. Grinkle. I want to speak to you about your lawsuit.
Lawsuit? I'm out here for pleasure. My pleasure, not yours. Not a word about the lawsuit. How's it going?
I've advised old Smith to settle out of court.
Impossible. I refuse.
But Mr. Grinkle...
What's he prepared to pay?
That entirely depends upon me.
On you? I depend on you? I'd sooner button up the back.
But Mr. Grinkle...
Don't try to get round me, young man. Let's get this straight. From now on, I don't know you, and you don't know me. As far as I'm concerned, we're strangers. Understand?
Very well. We've never even met.
No, I've not met you, and I don't want to. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Young lady. Herr Brinkle, I have a registered letter here for Herr Brinkle.
That's right, give it to me.
Oh, no, Herr Brinkle, that wouldn't be correct. I must know, first of all, that you are Herr Brinkle.
Good heavens, I am Herr Grinkle. You know I am.
Well, I know that, but officially I don't know anything. I have no proof.
You don't expect me to go mountaineering with a visiting card in my pocket?
Of course, if you could get someone to identify you. Ah, what about Herr Sutton? Do you know this gentleman?
Which gentleman? Oh, that? No, I don't know him.
What?
We're strangers. We've never even met one another.
Oh, so you don't know me, don't you?
Oh, I knew a Herr Grinkle once. A stout, rather tiresome fellow with a rotten temper. I'm pleased to say I've entirely forgotten him.
Is that so, you? Perhaps you'll allow me to introduce myself. Grinkle of Oldham, underwear.
Delighted, I'm sure. My name is Sutton, of Sutton, Sutton and Sutton. Lovely weather for the time of the year, huh? This is my old friend, Mr. Grinkle of Oldham. He's a charming fellow. He buttons up the front.
Thank you. It's the first time I've ever got off with a postman. It's from that old scoundrel Smith. Herewith my son Sigismund, forwarded to you on Apro as per Messrs. Sutton's request. Your request?
Yes, it occurred to me that this young man and your daughter...
Oh, so that's what you meant by settling out of court, is it? A marriage settlement?
Exactly.
Impossible.
Why? He's a millionaire, you know.
He is? Yes, well, that makes it a little less impossible.
If the firms of Grinkle and Smith could amalgamate, why, they'd corner the underwear of the world.
What a combination. We could compromise and button up at side.
That certainly would be compromising.
But you don't know my daughter. She's so obstinate.
Well, I could try to persuade her, as a lawyer, you understand.
She wouldn't listen.
Well, I could try to make her, that's if you agree.
Agree? Young man, of course I agree. Don't leave her side until you've got her safely married.
I can guarantee satisfaction. I shan't leave a stone unturned until I get what I want.
You know, young man, I'm just beginning to like you.
It's South Somergood playing, all is gay and bright as can be.
Our feast we'll prepare, everyone there we'll invite, and we'll all get tight after tea.
With bridegroom and bride, when the final knot them is tied to the village church, with what pride they will go.
The welkin will ring like anything when I sing, and when I start a yodeling, old Rio.
Yodelay, yodelay-dee, yodelay, yodelay-dee, yodelay, yodelay-dee, yodelay-dee-dee.
Chatterbox, here we are.
Yeah.
It's nice in the forest, isn't it?
Yeah.
The trees are rather green for the time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
You never say anything but, oh yeah, I don't know. It makes conversation rather difficult.
Oh, no.
Try saying, oh no, Sigismund.
Oh, no.
Say just once, Sigismund is a nice name and there's nothing wrong with it. Try saying, oh no, Sigismund, just once.
Oh, no.
Come on, say it, try. Sigismund.
I can't.
Be careful. I can be very cross when I like.
Wait. I'll tell you why I can't.
Go on then.
Well, you see, I lisp. And Sigismund has so many S's.
You lisp? I mean lisp? How absolutely charming. I should love to hear you sing. I thought, he thought, sitting on the feet, thought.
You're laughing at me. All laugh at me. But they're funny enough themselves.
So you say?
For instance, if you saw a young man with a bald head, you'd laugh yourself sick.
Don't know that I would. You see,
Go on. Go on.
Well, you see,
But it suits you so well.
Do you really think so?
Yes. Now we're quick.
Oh, what a load you've taken off my mind. I feel 10 years younger.
My bald-headed boy.
My sweet little Pixie Wixie.
What's the Pixie Wixie?
Tell me you believe that there are fairies about, for there is no doubt it's true.
I believe it, indeed I do. More than ever since I met you.
If instead of acting like a shellfish, you got more elfish and not so bland, I would lead you to where we would live upon air in some wonderful fairyland. If we were fairies, me and you, we'd do what fairies always do. I'd write you an epistle and post it in a thistle.
I'd wear a daisy for a hat.
You'd look extremely well in that. We dance all night from dawn till dawn with the fairies on the lawn.
Side by side we sit upon a mushroom or two.
With just room for you and me.
We'd have honey each night for tea.
Would be funny to keep a bee.
Every night within a plastic petal like green and settle to sleep, no doubt.
If I climbed up the stalk and the neighbors would talk, they would think we were walking out. If we were fairies, me and you, we'd do what fairies always do. We'd harness up our squirrel and drive across the Tyrrell.
Our lot would be the hunt, whichever.
I hope the Colonel won't be there, but if he is, we'll dance till dawn with the fairies on the lawn. But if right from dawn till dawn with the fairies on the lawn.
Hello, Cathy. Still singing, I see. Been practicing on birdseed again, as usual.
None of your impertinence, young man. Where's Leopold?
Herr Leopold? Haven't you heard? Herr Leopold got the sack. What do you want with him anyway?
Well, I don't want him, but he's wanted at the town hall. There's a meeting of the parish council, and I was told to find him.
Well, I bet you'll find him at the nearest bar, drinking himself slowly but painlessly to death. And good luck.
meeting?
At a meeting of the parish council held on Thursday, the 7th of May, His Worship there in the chair, the minutes of the last meeting were read and confirmed.
Order, please. Is it your pleasure, gentlemen, that we take the minutes as read? Yeah. Good. Now we come to proceed to the business of the day. As you are all aware, His Imperial Majesty has graciously signified his intention of paying us a visit today. In order to be here for the start of the shooting season. He may, and in case he does, I have taken the responsibility of composing a brief address of welcome. It is in verse. All hail, Imperial Eagle, each loyal heart today, high soaring like a seagull, and faithful as a beagle, shall welcome you and say, hurrah, hurrah, hooray! Now we will imagine that His Majesty comes in by that door over there. We all rise to our feet, and at a given signal from me, 1, 2, 3. All hail, Imperial Eagle, each loyal heart today, high soaring like a seagull, and faithful as a beagle, shall welcome you and say, hurrah, hurrah, hooray!
Thank you for your kind reception. Hooray for the jolly old seagull and 3 cheers for jolly old beagle.
Herr Leopold, I'm ashamed of you. Sit down at once.
What the devil do you think I'm doing?
Don't you realize the Emperor is coming here?
The Emperor? What Emperor?
Our Emperor, of course.
The Emperor? Why did you say so before?
I did, you wouldn't listen.
And where is His Majesty to stay at?
At the Blue Dragon, of course.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all talking nonsense. The only place His Majesty can stay at is at the White Horse Inn. It's the only place in town with a bathroom, complete with a shower, hot and cold, and usual offices. You can't expect the Emperor to walk down the garden every time he wants to wash his hands. Oh. Thank you. The resolution before the council is that His Majesty be invited to stay at the White Horse Inn. No! All those in favour say aye. No! The ayes have it carried unanimously.
Who are you to take the chair? You're only a waiter.
What did you say? Only a waiter?
You again, what do you want?
Nothing. I merely came to tell you that the Emperor is opening the shooting season today and he's staying at the White Horse.
The Emperor? The Emperor coming here to stay at the shooting season and open the White Horse?
Yeah, I just thought you'd like to know, that's all. Good morning.
Leopold? I don't know anything about emperors.
That's your fault. Good morning.
Stop, Leopold. Who won't wait on him if you go away.
Oh, Herr Sutton will see to all that. He's a very clever chap. He'll manage. Good morning.
Leopold, dear Leopold, darling Leopold, please, please don't go.
Steady, Leopold. Good night.
Must I go on my knees and beg you to stay?
Certainly.
You can't mean it. You can't be so cruel.
I can't. On the knee, the floor has been scrubbed.
Leopold.
Ah, well, if you want.
Very well.
There. Now for my conditions. Number 1A, Herr Sutton leaves the balcony room at once.
Oh, no, I don't.
Down. His Majesty will stay in the balcony room.
But I don't see how I can.
Oh, well, if you can.
Oh, well. You're so masterful. I never noticed it before.
Masterful. That's me. Now, go and change that Sunday frock. That one I'm so sweet on. And directly I've done my speech to the Emperor, you can escort him to the hotel. Boy, go round to the gunsmith and get 20 rounds of ammunition, ready to fire salute at the end of my speech. I don't want it fired until I've finished my speech. When I say the word welcome, you fire.
I'll fire all right. A blooming bombardment.
Stop! After what word you fire?
After welcome, of course. I am not a half-wit.
Oh. Your Majesty. Your Majesty, unaccustomed... Your Worship. Just a man. Come and stand here. Now, you be the Emperor and I'm me. Your Majesty. No. Go away. I can't possibly make a speech to a corporation. Now you look all right. You come and stand here. Now, Your Majesty, I take the liberty of wishing you a very Merry Christmas. Go away, Santa Claus, you're cramping my style. I know. On behalf of the whole population, I beg to offer you a loyal and hearty welcome.
On behalf of the whole population,
we offer you a loyal and hearty welcome.
Well, I must go now and change my official receivers on.
Now we'll see what sort of a show these foreigners can put up.
But Daddy!
Don't butt in.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Imperial Majesty. Your Imperial Eagle. Oh, give me time, Your Majesty. The words are there. They'll come. I'm sure they'll come. Hey, stop! What's that? Hey, I said they'll come, not welcome. Oh, I don't know what to say now. I'm stuck. Oh, Your Majesty.
No need to be nervous, my friend.
Good Lord, wouldn't you be nervous if you had to make a speech to an emperor? On behalf
the whole population, we beg to offer Your Majesty a loyal and hearty welcome.
I thank you.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. I'm no speaker, Your Majesty.
So I noticed.
Thank you. But this is the proudest moment of my life. God save Your Majesty. God bless our homes and long live everybody. Hooray! Josefa, one other thing I'd like to say, Your Majesty. There's dirty work going on up there. Take my advice. Don't go near the White Horse. She's not to be trusted a yard.
Leopold, heaven's name, Leopold, what have you done?
I don't care. I vow all is over now. What does it matter anyhow? I'm done with women.
Come, my friend. Control yourself. You're talking nonsense. But never mind. I often hear nonsense from my ministers.
I hope Your Majesty will pardon him and not be hard on him. He's rather scared. If so be Your Majesty will follow me, I'll show Your Majesty the rooms that we've prepared.
Thank you. Cato, it gives me great pleasure and delight to stay at your wonderful well-known hotel. It also gives me great pleasure to be here amongst my loyal subjects, whose welfare is always so very dear to me.
We can't understand why you're so unmanned to behave like that.
Whatever can you be at?
Do explain. Will you explain? Explain. What do you say?
It would be wonderful indeed if she could love as I love. If in her eyes I could but read her heart's reply to my love. She takes the love that I am feeling and breaks my heart. For all my dreams would come true if I knew that she loved me too.
Pull yourself together, not in front of the guests.
I'll do what you know the reason why you went home. For Leopold last and for the fatherland. Goodbye, goodbye. I wish you all the last goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. I wish you all the last goodbye.
madam. Ready?
My friends, I thank you most sincerely for a most unique performance. I can truthfully say that I have seldom heard anything quite like it at all.
The Emperor will be down in a minute. Then remember a good hearty cheer.
Here I come.
Hip hip.
Thank you. Oh, this is very flattering, I'm sure. They never dreamed of welcoming me like this at Clacton. Your idea? And you're a conductor too, I see.
Oh, yes. I can conduct anything from one of Ballard's buses to a successful love affair.
I've heard all about that. How's it getting on, eh?
How did you know about me and her?
I'm much cleverer than you think.
That's more than probable. But how did you know about me and her?
A charming girl, though I say it as shouldn't.
Well, why shouldn't you?
Why not indeed, you rogue, eh?
Bit of luck here. What, the Emperor coming? I might persuade the old gentleman to give me a royal warrant by appointment to His Majesty, eh? But they do tell me the old gentleman's a bit hard to get on with, a bit peppery. Eh, what? Too late. That's what comes of your talk.
Your Majesty, may I have the honour of presenting Herr Sigismund Smith, son of the well-known English woolen manufacturer.
We specialise in underwear, Your Majesty.
Very interesting, I am sure.
Oh, yes. We often talk about Your Majesty in my house. My father is often saying about you.
That is very kind of you.
Yes, my father was saying only the other day. What's the matter? Yes, as he was... This is Sir Grinkle, Your Majesty. He also travels in woolen underwear.
Made only of best quality wool that always comes up to scratch. Delighted to meet you. Hope you're fit and flourishing, eh?
I am very well, thank you. You are a stranger in these parts, I think?
Yes, like you, just on a visit, you know. I'd sooner have gone to Clacton as we usually do, but my daughter, well, you know what girls are.
Quite so, quite so. You were telling me about your business. I have often wondered where you people get your raw material.
So have I.
It's a trade secret, Your Majesty. I should be delighted to tell you.
Very rude to whisper in public.
Indeed.
Oh, yes, you won't give me away, will you? It's a trade secret.
My friend, I can assure you, I am the soul of discretion.
So I had always heard.
If you please, Your Majesty.
What is this?
Just a formality, Your Majesty. May I present the Lady President of the Ladies Guild? Not very young herself, but exceedingly friendly.
If the lady may perhaps just let me see her face. Oh no, never mind.
Breakfast, Your Majesty.
We will not impose upon Your Majesty any longer. Come on, come on.
breakfast is ready, Your Majesty. Would Your Majesty like to sit here in the sun?
Shall I butter a roll for you?
Ah, thank you. Not too much butter. I am slimming.
Oh, you don't need to, Your Majesty. I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
That's all right.
I want to say, too, how sorry I am about yesterday.
Yesterday?
The head waiter's behaviour. I hope you've forgiven it.
Oh, that's all right.
You see, he hasn't been quite himself lately. A little bit upset. In fact, he's gone rather queer in the head, I think.
And in the heart too, maybe. Still, it's quite understandable.
Oh, it's not my fault, Your Majesty. Well, not altogether.
I'm sure it isn't.
Life's rather difficult for a widow.
And for a widower.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Go on, my dear. You tell me about it.
Well, it's like this. There's this lawyer from London, very grand, you know, and smart. And he's been rather attentive, and I thought perhaps he might, that I might, that we might, but then I'm not sure, you see.
It all sounds rather complicated.
Yes, Your Majesty, it is. But I don't see why I should worry you with my private affairs. You, who have so many more important things to worry about.
Yes, life is quite difficult. But one must do one's best. My dear, when I was your age, I often wondered what I should make of life, what I should become. And what have I made of life? What have I become?
An emperor, Your Majesty.
An emperor, yes.
It must be marvellous.
I wonder.
Your Majesty, would you excuse me a moment? I would like to ask you a very great favour.
Yes, my dear?
It's only this, Your Majesty. Would you write a few words in my book?
I'm sure I will do my best.
Just something that I could always look at that would help me when things are difficult.
In this fickle world today, all things change and pass away. Even love, they say, may grow cold. Happiness is hard to find, yet shall fate, too long unkind, bring you peace of mind when you're old. Prudence all in vain may preach. That which time alone can teach. Though the joys of which we dream always seem out of reach. Failing love and happiness, be content with something less. Wait and face the world meanwhile with a smile.
you say everything is ready?
Good gracious me, I had forgotten, Sir Hunt. Thank you again for your hospitality. I enjoyed our little talk, and I am sure you are very discreet.
Your Majesty, to Bill, you will have a Bill.
Come! It's just a silly mistake, Your Majesty. I'm ashamed of you.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, and good luck, Your Majesty, and good sport, and I hope everything was satisfactory.
You young rascal.
Well, I'm blowed. It's about time we had a republic.
Don't you dare speak like that. Oh, but I know who's been putting those ideas in your head. Leopold, eh? Get out of here before I lose my temper. What do you want?
Nothing. I merely came to say goodbye, that's all.
Again?
There are some things you can't say too often.
There's one thing I'm waiting for you to say.
What's that?
That you're sorry for your behaviour yesterday.
The only thing I'm sorry about yesterday is that I thought that you were my friend. I thought I could trust you. It was a mistake. It shan't happen again. Well, goodbye. And this time, I shall not be back.
I wonder.
What do you mean you wonder?
Oh, nothing. Don't let me keep you.
Ah, you won't. I'm just down to the mayor's office to see about a passport.
You're leaving the country?
All my dreams has been shattered. So I go to seek fresh fields overseas.
Leopold? Oh, well. Perhaps it's all for the best. Ah, you.
Yes, me. Is there anything wrong? You look sad.
No, nothing wrong. I'm very happy, really.
Was the Emperor satisfied?
Quite. And you? Are you satisfied too?
Who wouldn't be here?
The white horsing and the white horsing, there's joy the whole summer through. There's sunshine and it's falling, the happiness stands at the door. Age by pasture must leave at last, but still whatever you do, you'll hear when twilight is early, the white horse calling to you.
This fickle world today, all things change and pass away. Even love, they say, may grow cold. Happiness is hard to find, yet shall fate to love bring you peace of mind when you're old. Fortune alone may preach that which time alone can teach, that the joys of which we dream always seem out of reach. Feeling love and happiness, be content with something
No, he'd prefer Oxford, yes.
Hello, Daddy. Having a nice climb?
I'm beginning to feel like a mountain goat. Get the professor here to show you the view, my dear, and don't let him rush you. I've got something to say to our friend here. How are things going?
Splendidly. I had a wire from old Smith today, and he's delighted to hear of his son's engagement.
Good, but does Ottilie know she's engaged?
Oh, give me time. I'm breaking it to her gradually. By this evening, everything should be settled.
I hope so. I've ordered a magnificent supper to celebrate the engagement. No expense spared. Hot cup flowing like wine and probably tasting like it too, I expect. And any number of cress sandwiches. A swell affair, I tell you. See you later, Ottie. Take my advice and go into consultation with the well-known firm of Sutton, and Sutton, and you might hear of something to your advantage. Come along, Professor, it's all downhill this time. Poor old chap.
You're a very bad man, I'm afraid.
Shall we climb a little further?
No. Let's talk.
What about?
Ourselves.
There's no need to tell you, dear, how I feel. I have nothing now to hide or conceal. Yet no faltering words of mine can define how I find for a sign that you're mine.
Music, so they say, is chance and perchance. When you hold me in your arms as we dance, flesh will whisper soft and low to hearts aglow.
That is so, for I know my song of love is a voice refrain. 'Tis heard above every other strain, with a heart sublime, every phrase to fill, and my heart beats time to the Love is kind, it seems to say, come and find it while you may. All our through such music is wrong. Love comes and us in your
There's no song I'd rather sing on this earth, like the tune that always rings not to birth. There's no music half so fair anywhere, I declare, none shall dare to compare.
When I hear his magic notes, I know days of the year I seem to float far away, and I feel the light possessed to happiness. Then yes, I confess, my song of love is a voice refrain. 'Tis heard above
my form too. Let's sit here and look at the view. At least, you sit and look at the view, and I'll look at you. Happy?
Very happy.
It's such a shame that I've got to go back to Hammersmith. Couldn't you come with me?
Oh, no.
Why not? What's the matter with Hammersmith? Is anything wrong with it?
Yes, it's got an F in it.
Oh. If only you'd let me give you some lessons in elocution. I'm sure little things like that wouldn't bother you.
Do you really think so?
Oh, I'm quite sure. I know. I'll start a night school with you as my only pupil. Now, we begin with some easy lesson on a simple word. Now, let me see. What's a simple word on... take love.
Oh, no.
Now, conjugate the verb to love. I love, thou lovest, he loves. Try.
I love, thou lovest. No, I can't.
Oh, you're going too fast. Try again. I love.
I love.
I love, thou.
I love, thou.
Oh, no. That's not grammar. You must say, I love you.
I love you.
Oh, Gretel!
Make it one.
Public duty to help mankind if we combine as man and wife.
You're just the man a woman can be satisfied with.
And you're a gal I always shall be mad about. There may be thousands who and how I can reside with, but you're the only one I cannot do without. You're the only one I couldn't.
Yeah? I've packed my trunk, watered the boidies, given the doggies din-dins, and now I'm off for good. Oh, there's one thing I nearly forgot.
Only one thing?
Yeah, I need a reference.
You need a character from me?
Yeah, there you are. Just sit down there and write me a character. That's all I want.
You may not like it very much when it is written.
Oh, maybe not, but I'll risk it. There.
Oh, but I don't know what to write.
Oh, I'll tell you. The bearer of this was in my services as head waiter for 6 months.
But it was only 6 weeks.
I know, but 6 months sounds better. Anyway, it felt like 6 years. Go on. I always found him honest, hardworking, respectable, and frequently sober.
Now, Leopold.
Clean in his habits and person, and house trained. Have you got that?
Yes, I've got that.
You might add good-tempered and industrious.
How do you spell industrious?
Oh, I don't know. Usual way as was with a couple of buses. Don't interrupt anyway. He left of his own accord.
To better himself, I suppose.
No. He left because he couldn't bear to see the only woman he ever loved be made a fool of by another man. He couldn't stay to see his dreams shattered, his hopes wrecked. He left of his own accord with a broken heart. Have you got that?
Yes, I've got that.
Thank you. No, that's all. Goodbye then.
Goodbye, Leopold. Good luck and God bless you.
And God bless you. Did you say anything?
No.
You didn't speak or anything?
No.
You're not angry with me?
Angry? Yes, Leopold, I am very angry. I'm furious to think how little you understand me, how little you really know me.
But...
Go on, don't say anything until you've read what I've written. But go on, read it.
Of course, if you really want me to, it's very difficult to read. It's rather blurred and there are several blots. What? Obstinate? Jealous? Masterful? Discharged as head waiter for interfering in his employer's private affairs? That's not true. Subsequently re-engaged. What do you mean, re-engaged?
Read on.
Re-engaged for life as manager and bar proprietor of the White Horse Inn. Bar proprietor for life? You mean till death us do part? Joseph! Joseph, do you really mean it?
If you'll take on the job.
Take it on? Oh, Joseph!
You're disarranging my hair.
Oh, I'll disarrange more than that before I'm done. Now, old Crinkle is giving a party tonight, isn't he? Be the biggest thing that's ever seen around here if I have anything to do with it. You!
Oh! Hey, you! Hey! Come here.
Not yet.
Didn't you promise... Where is he? Oh, no. Here he is. Didn't you promise to get my daughter Ottoline engaged?
And so I have. Ottoline, you are engaged, aren't you?
Of course I am.
And who to, may I ask?
You needn't ask.
I forbid the banns.
Father!
Oh, me, this could never have happened at Clacton. What's the next surprise, I wonder?
Champagne for the 3 happy couples.
Champagne? I distinctly ordered hot cup. And I prefer hot.
Champagne is the only wine to drink on such occasions.
What do you prefer, my friends?
It's all the same to us.